If you're planning a trip to Punta Cana, one question probably comes to mind before anything else. Is Punta Cana actually safe? You see the stunning photos online, white sand beaches, turquoise water, luxury resorts, but then you also hear stories about crime in parts of the Dominican Republic. That contrast makes many travelers hesitate before booking their trip. The truth is a little more nuanced. Punta Cana is one of the safest tourist destinations in the Dominican Republic. But like any popular travel hotspot, it comes with certain risks travelers should understand before arriving. How Punta Cana became a major tourist destination. Punta Cana wasn't always a vacation paradise. Before the late 1960s, the area was mostly undeveloped jungle with beautiful but isolated beaches. It wasn't easy for travelers to access, and very few people visited the eastern coast of the Dominican Republic. That changed in 1969 when American investors saw the potential of the area. Roads were built, infrastructure improved, and resorts began opening along the coastline. Once Punta Cana International Airport opened, tourism exploded. Today, millions of tourists visit Punta Cana every year, drawn by its warm weather, luxury resorts, and world-famous beaches. But popularity also raises the big question: how safe is it really? Overall safety in Punta Cana. Overall, Punta Cana has a medium safety rating, but that number can be misleading without context. The majority of visitors stay inside gated resorts, which have private security and controlled access. These resorts operate almost like small cities, with security patrols, surveillance systems, and dedicated staff. On top of that, the Dominican Republic has a special tourist police force known as Tour, whose job is to protect visitors in popular tourist areas like Punta Cana. Because tourism is such an important part of the country's economy, keeping tourists safe is a priority. Millions of travelers visit every year without any major problems. However, most safety concerns in Punta Cana involve petty crimes, not violent crime. Pickpockets and small theft. Pickpocketing is probably the most common crime tourists encounter in Punta Cana. Crowded areas, markets, and public transportation are where pickpockets usually operate. They often look for distracted tourists carrying phones, wallets, or open bags. The good news is that these crimes are usually opportunity-based, meaning they can often be avoided with basic precautions. Keep your wallet in a front pocket, avoid carrying large amounts of cash, and stay aware of your surroundings in busy places. Simple habits like these make a big difference. Transportation risks. Transportation in Punta Cana is generally safe, but travelers should be cautious about which services they use. Uber operates in the area and is often one of the safest ways to get around. However, visitors should avoid motorcycle taxis, known locally as motoconchos. These can be unsafe and sometimes charge tourists significantly higher prices than locals. Public buses can also become crowded, which increases the risk of pickpockets. If possible, use licensed taxis, resort transportation, or Uber. Scams tourists should watch for. Like many tourist destinations, Punta Cana has its share of scams. One common scam involves people offering to help tourists at ATMs. While it may seem friendly, it's best to decline assistance and use ATMs located inside banks or hotels. Another scam involves strangers offering to carry luggage. Some travelers have reported these helpers running off with bags once they take them. Dating app scams have also been reported, where tourists meet someone online and are later robbed. The rule is simple: be cautious when strangers offer help involving money or valuables. The reality is that Punta Cana is generally safe for tourists, especially compared to many other parts of the Dominican Republic. Most visitors stay inside resort areas, which are heavily monitored and designed for international travelers. The biggest risks usually involve pickpocketing, scams, or careless behavior rather than serious crime. If you stay in tourist areas, avoid displaying valuables, use reliable transportation, and follow basic travel safety tips, your trip will most likely be smooth and enjoyable. For millions of travelers each year, Punta Cana is exactly what they hoped for: a relaxing Caribbean escape. If you enjoy travel safety reports like this and want honest breakdowns before planning your next trip, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more guides like this.